will create an inflation uh, animation or simulation. So using nCloth, we can inflate a certain object. So let's say you have a beach ball or a balloon. You can use this technique. So we have a sphere. Make sure that it's a polygon, and then we can create this as an nCloth. And then just as usual, I click the use plane for the ground plane. Okay, so by default, it will look like this. Okay. So in terms of when we talk about inflation, we are uh, working on the attribute uh, pressure attribute of the um, cloth shape. So you see how the object, since it's a cloth already, some sort of a soft body. uh, you can change the pressure inside of the object, let's say negative 0.5, so it will uh, be softer. Okay, it will deflate. Usually when we create an object, we start with the inflated version, but um, for example, in what we want to do, we want to have an inflation simulation. Of course, the object needs to start at a deflated state. So what we can do is to lower the pressure and then play the simulation. Look for for the point where you want to in start at. So for example, this one, you want to start at this state. You can stop the simulation, select the object, go to fields and solvers, go to initial state, and then set for selected. Okay, so by doing that, you have um, set the initial state of the object. Even if you rewind this, it will still be at this state. Okay, so it will start the animation or the simulation from that state. So if you want to inflate this instead of animating this through keyframe or frame by frame, you can just use cloth simulation. So under pressure, we can go to pressure method and then click or select volume tracking model. Okay, in this method, these four uh, properties or attributes are already enabled. Okay, so we have a pump rate by default of 0. If we increase this one, let's say to 3, uh, this is the rate where the air or what the pressure is um, being is used to inflate the object. So if I play this, okay, sorry, usually you just have to to rewind the simulation. As you can see, the object is starting to be inflated. Okay? It even gotten it's gotten bigger. So because of the pump rate. And so you don't have to animate anything. You can just use this one, and then you can just set key. Let's say if you want to to stop at a certain size, then you can just set key this and then make this to 0. right? So you can also change the some presets here. Let's say we'll make it to a water balloon and replace. Um, since I did the preset, it automatically changed the settings here, but you can uh, make this to increase the pump rate again. Let's say 2, then rewind, play. So this is how um, water balloon inflation is being simulated. Okay? So that's how it works. And also you can create some obstructions. You can create some, um, let's say, hindrances, and then make these as passive colliders. So for example, um, I'll create quickly create some uh, cylinders, sort of a bar, and then just we'll just look at the effect, how these three objects will affect the inflation of the object. We'll make these three as passive colliders, and then this one will be inflated. So as it is being inflated, uh, these cylinders push them down, and then you can create some kind of effect, something like this, that will hinder the animation or the inflation. So you can play around this one as well, and you can animate the passive colliders as necessary. If you think it's necessary in your scene, you can animate them as well, and this will affect the simulation of the end cloth. Okay, so um, that's it for this video.